Happy Halloween from all of us with coverage you can count on.
Hi, this is Carmen with the story to hear and create the strings in Austria. It's called The String of Violin. Once there was a man named Harry playing on the violin. He played the lovely and sweetest music in Austria, sometimes including of strings, cello, viola, and the strings. But sometimes the harpsichord make the sound like the field and tree. It looks like one at the same time as yours. But sometimes they didn't show how about Austria's favorites. Then you can sing from the chords, but the operant sing like that, and still make the instruments play together, including the favorites violin, cello, strings, harpsichord, the horns, and the orchestra. The best plays of Mozart's, Austria, and the favorite teams of the violin. The end.
Is closed captioning for the hearing impaired. Live from Guthrie's news station. News with Mark Stevens and Sarah Martinez. Weather with Chris Thornton. And J.T. Thompson, sports. This is NBC 12 News at 6 o'clock.
This is a bad warning tonight. A comprehensive coverage of FBI declaring for Barack Obama. Me and Mark Stevens, and tonight for Sarah Martinez. Our top story, the FBI agents for Barack Obama could relay on the 96 votes. There's much more ahead on NBC 12 News at 6 o'clock. Coming up, police say what is true for the tragedy car accident in the Miami Valley. Who will delay right now? Find out at NBC 12 News cover story. Also later in sports, J.T. Thompson shows how about the Cowboy Kentucky Derby, the wild ones at the rodeo. Later on, returning in the Storm 12 forecast. Will you believe about warm weather in a hotty sunny? Burning up for 106. I'll let you know later. You're watching NBC 12 News at 6 o'clock, covering Guthrie, Madison, and all around Texas, as Guthrie's news station continues.
Right after the Olympics, your local news starts here. KWHG-TV NBC 12 News. Tonight at 10, the first 10 minutes bring you breaking news that matters to Guthrie. Severe weather tracking as a cold front moves in. And the latest updates from our First Alert weather team. In sports, J.T. Thompson with all the highlights from Friday Night Football and the Dallas Cowboys' latest showdown. All this and more right after the Olympics on NBC 12 News tonight at 10. We are Guthrie's news station. Tonight at 10, your top stories from around Guthrie and beyond. Breaking news on the city's latest developments, exclusive investigations you won't find anywhere else, and the most accurate weather forecast in West Texas. And in sports, don't miss highlights from tonight's big games, with J.T. Thompson delivering all the action from the sidelines. Join Mark Stevens, Sarah Martinez, Chief Meteorologist Chris Thornton, and J.T. Thompson for the news that matters to you. The KWHG-TV NBC 12 News at 10, Guthrie's news station.
Discover Grape Nut cereal cooked hot. Finally, a hot cereal with crunch.
On NBC 12 News tonight, in the first 10 minutes.
A major firework gone wrong in the fire department when a house just breaks down the fire. The latest in the first 10 at 10. Jimmy and Martinez. And that's Sarah Martinez also. The bad job couldn't replay on the O.J. Simpson murder trial. The big beginners in the Kentucky Derby and the weather for the accurate forecast for Storm 12. Join us on NBC 12 News tonight on Guthrie's news station. We'll see you at 10. It's all right now in the first 10 minutes on NBC 12 News tonight. It's all right now in the first 10 minutes on NBC 12 News tonight.
You're watching KWHG-TV, Guthrie. The following NBC 12 News is closed captioning for the hearing impaired. Live from Guthrie's news station. News with Mark Stevens and Sarah Martinez. Weather with Chris Thornton. And Jake J.T. Thompson, Sports. This is NBC 12 News Tonight, with the first 10 minutes of news and weather first.
The O.J. Simpson murder trial cost a lot for their crime. Good evening, I'm Sarah Martinez. And I'm Mark Stevens. NBC 12 News Tonight begins with 10 minutes of non-stop news and your weather first. But first, your weather first for NBC 12 Storm Team. Chris Thornton joins us. Chris. Yes, they do. Hot weather for their warm weather in the night. But how about warm weather in October? Isn't it cool for trick-or-treating in October Halloween? Find out.
When it happens in Guthrie, you'll hear it first on NBC 12 News. From breaking news to community stories, KWHG-TV is dedicated to bringing you the news that matters most to Guthrie and the surrounding area. Trusted local coverage, weather updates, and sports highlights. NBC 12 News is your source for everything happening in Texas Ranch Country. Stay connected. Stay informed. NBC 12 News, weeknights at 6 and 10. KWHG-TV, Guthrie's news station.
Time now for NBC 12 Sports. Looks like we got another cooler for this hour, JT. Well, it's about time. Well, let's give it a shot. We got some 4 football in the league about the Super Bowl league, the home of the Super Bowl 95 upcoming Super Bowl.
You're listening to Operation Stormwatch coverage on 93.3 WFLZ Tampa Bay. If you would like to continue listening to radio-specific coverage, you can find it on FM stations 97.9, 100.7, 103.5, 106.5, or AM stations 970, 620, or 1250. For Spanish language information, tune to 95.7. Starting now on 93.3 FLZ, we join a live simulcast of News Channel 8, WFLA TV, and their Max Defender 8 weather team.
Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Rodney Price. Well, Mother Nature is inching the temperature up.
They found or didn't find in Iraq. And a popular Wichita radio show host and columnist has died. The news starts now.
You're watching the Kansas State Network. Live from Wichita, this is KSN News at Noon. Clear, accurate, to the point.
Good afternoon. I'm Sierra Scott. Are going so far. This as the deadline for the U.S. to go to war moves closer. Michelle Franzen joins us with the latest from the United Nations.
In a report to the United Nations Security Council, the chief arms inspector gave Iraq mixed reviews and its cooperation with weapons inspectors.
Iraq appears not to have come to a genuine acceptance, not even today, of the disarmament which was demanded of it and which it needs to carry out to win the confidence of the world and to live in peace.
Hans Blix criticized Iraq's government for not being more cooperative with detailing its weapons program and for refusing to allow Iraqi scientists to meet with inspectors in private.
This could be due to a wish on the part of the invited to have evidence that they have not said anything that the authorities did not wish them to say.
The U.S. is pushing for Iraq to disarm and says President Saddam Hussein has not complied with UN resolutions. Iraq's foreign minister says Iraq has fully complied and accused the
And still ahead on KSN News at Noon. The KSN Medical Check shows you how you can prevent yourself from being the victim of a medical mistake. And later, we'll show you how some parts of the nation are dealing with all this snow.
And our weather doesn't have to deal anything with snow, just some very mild temperatures.
Well, Sunday definitely wasn't a day to be driving around in Cleveland. That city got 6 inches of snow yesterday, and they expect to get 4 more again today. Highs are only going to be around 15, so that snow isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Indianapolis is low.
We definitely could use the moisture, that's for sure. Now, in Wichita for the year, last year.
When you're away from your TV, your KSN Weather Lab forecast is always available on News Radio 1240 KNSS and Oldies 103.7 KEYN.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon to you. Well, cold outside for human beings and for the wheat as well. We've been worried just a little bit about this crop of ours out there. We have word this morning that these bitter cold temperatures up north sure could have done some harm to the soft winter wheat crop in the United States.
From WMGM-TV, this is South Jersey's news leader with more local news. The WMGM News Center 40, Nightside.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Lisa Johnson. Oakland, Washington is off tonight. Atlantic City is responding to help in the massive search for survivors and debris from the crash of an Egypt Air jetliner, a crash that has left families in 2 countries, including families right here in New Jersey, mourning. Atlantic City, we know at least 3 of the passengers were from New Jersey, but no names are being officially released until all the families are notified. Meanwhile, authorities are investigating the possibility terrorists may be responsible. The Boeing company says the plane was a 767-300 with a service record of more than 31,000 flight.
Only debris. We found portions of seats. We found clothing. Dropped from the sky without a distress call, falling 20,000 feet in a matter of seconds. This was the plane seen at JFK Airport just last year. More than half the passengers on board today, Americans, 54 from the western U.S., planning to cruise the Nile River. Families of the victims gather in New York and in Cairo, where the passenger list is posted.
Clinton will be and President Clinton is bound for Europe tonight, where he will try to jumpstart the Middle East peace process. When he arrives, Clinton will become the very first sitting president to visit Norway. Clinton will first meet separately with Israeli and Palestinian leaders. Then they will all come together. Mikowski and Mother Nature certainly delivered us with a
great night tonight for trick-or-treating. You know, I went out earlier tonight with my little brother, took him trick-or-treating. It was gorgeous. I had a great time. I hope you did as well. Whatever you did, I hope you enjoyed it this Halloween. And